Right now, directly above our heads, running across the entire country, there is a massive, invisible traffic jam. Across the country, 2,000 gigawatts of wind, solar, and battery storage are stuck in what grid operators call an interconnection queue. That is roughly enough clean energy to power the entire United States, currently stalled in a digital waiting room. The reason is purely physical. Our existing power lines are full. To plug in these new power plants, we need more capacity. But building new steel transmission towers and securing the land rights takes 10 to 15 years. We have set aggressive targets to replace our energy sources over the next decade, but the physical limits of a century-old system cannot keep pace with those modern requirements. Because the physical wires are completely full, grid operators are frequently forced into a drastic measure called curtailment. They literally throw away or spill free and available wind and solar energy simply because the wires cannot carry it to the cities that need it. But those cities still need electricity. To keep the lights on, operators fire up expensive, localized fossil fuel power plants that happen to sit on the right side of the bottleneck. Look at this chart of estimated transmission congestion costs in the US. These physical bottlenecks cost consumers over $10 billion a year and recently spiked to over $20 billion. We do not have 15 years to build a completely new grid to escape these costs. Instead, grid engineers are deploying new technologies to hack the grid we already have. Until these solutions are fully deployed, ratepayers are trapped. You pay the price for the wasted clean energy, and you simultaneously foot the bill for the expensive, dirty power used to replace it. The first solution tackles the physical wire itself. Traditional transmission lines are built around heavy steel cores. When you push too much current through them, that steel heats up, stretches, and sags dangerously close to trees and buildings. To bypass this limit, engineers use advanced conductors. They strip out the heavy steel and replace it with advanced carbon fiber composites. Because carbon fiber is lighter and incredibly strong, it barely expands when heated. These new lines can safely carry up to twice the amount of electricity without sagging. This hardware upgrade doubles the physical capacity of a transmission corridor using the exact same towers. It bypasses the need for decade-long permit battles or new land acquisitions. The second hack is about software. Historically, grid operators use static ratings to run the system. They calculate the capacity of a power line based on historical worst-case weather scenarios, like a scorching hot, windless summer day, and permanently cap the power flow at that artificially low limit. Dynamic line ratings, or DLR, abandon that analog guesswork. Instead, operators install sensors along the wires to track the actual, real-time environmental conditions. This enables a clever thermodynamic hack. When the weather is cold or when the wind blows, the environment naturally cools the wire. A cooler wire doesn't sag, which naturally increases its carrying capacity. This chart shows the static rating as an orange permanent cap. The green area is the extra capacity dynamic line ratings unlock. Trace the top design isotherm. Significant extra capacity is available for most hours, only dipping to the static limit under extreme weather. By replacing all the assumptions with real-time software and sensors, operators recover massive amounts of lost grid throughput without building a single new tower. Even with those upgrades, the electricity still follows the path of least resistance. That creates blind power flows, where energy crams onto one specific congested line, while parallel paths sit underutilized. Advanced Power Flow Control, or APFC, solves this by placing smart digital gates on the network to change electrical resistance in real time. Like a GPS navigation app rerouting your car around a highway pileup onto an empty side street, APFC actively reroutes electrons. Advanced flow control shifts the grid into an actively managed network, directing energy precisely where it is needed. These grid-enhancing technologies are not theoretical concepts trapped in a laboratory. Utilities are actively deploying them at scale around the world right now. In the United Kingdom, the national grid deployed advanced power flow controls across their network to navigate around existing bottlenecks. The technology successfully unlocked 2 gigawatts of new capacity on their existing lines. That extra 2 gigawatts is enough to power roughly 2 million homes, and the increased efficiency saved UK ratepayers £390 million over a 7-year period. Achieving a fully clean energy future will eventually require building massive new physical transmission corridors, But we do not have to wait a decade to start making serious progress. Upgrading the system with better hardware and live data expands the capacity of the wires already hanging above our heads. By treating the power grid like a modern tech platform, we can recover a massive amount of performance from the infrastructure we already own.